Okay, so I'm going to start a t-shirt project today. I'm going to use my HTVRont heat press machine that they were kind enough to send me. If you've been wanting a heat press, this is going to be my third project with these, and so far I am super impressed. Highly recommend it. It is included in their spring sale on their website. The link to the spring sale is down in the description below. Check it out. They have a lot of great product on sale. I'm going to make a t-shirt on one of these George Raglan tees from Walmart. This one's white with a black sleeve. So this is going to be for me. I'm going to cut my vinyl on the strong grip mat because I haven't used this one yet. So just going to go with that. And I'm going to double check my sizing and get my vinyl cutting. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to use black, green, and blue for this t-shirt. It's going to be a layered project. This batch has a really nice assortment of colors. I'm going to use the green and the blue out of here. I'm actually going to go ahead and use, this is included in the sale. This is a 12-pack of assorted colors. Each one is 12 inches by 5 inches, 12 rolls. So it's a good value if you want a variety of HTVs. They also sent me this jumbo roll of black, so I'm going to go ahead and use this for the black. It's the same black that's in that box, just this one's untaped and then rolled already. So crickets always go for the black first. So I'm going to leave a piece on here about 9 inches wide. And I'm already wrong. You always cut it adhesive or shiny side down. Duh. This is a project that's going to be a little bit difficult to weed because it's sort of a distressed pattern. So it's going to be a little challenging. And this is our okay, I am as weeded as I'm going to get. This design is a nightmare, as I knew it would be. So it's as good as it's going to get at this point. So I have all my pieces ready to go. There's the other two. I'm going to set the other two aside because they're going to go on separately. I'm going to grab my shirt. I'm going to plug this in quick. Turn the power on. And it should already be set to what I need, but I'm going to double check. So it says on the package, heat press 300 degrees, 10 to 15 seconds. I have this 315 because on the other black, it actually says 300 to 320. So we're going to go with that. I have the timer set for 15 seconds. The pressure just sits at its lowest pressure, which is just the weight of the machine. But on here it says low pressure is 6 to 11 pounds, medium pressure is 11 to 33, and heavy pressure is 33 to 50. So it does give you that information. And this is a cold peel. You wait 45 seconds after pressing to remove. So I am going to get my shirt laid out. I don't have one of those fancy around the collar measuring tools, but I'm gonna, while this is warming up, just iron the space on the shirt quick where it's going to go. And we are going to fold the shirt in half, lining up all of the seams, the collar seams, the arm seams. If you get all your seams lined up, you can get a pretty good idea of where your center is. So, oh, and I realize it's dark. Sorry about that. But even get under the arm lined up. And I am going to press it again, just basically using it like an iron to create a crease on the top of the shirt. Unfold it. And that should give me a fairly straight line down the center. This is already completely warmed up. This warms up super fast. I'm going to take my HTV and try and get it lined up somewhat centered. Put a couple creases in the carrier sheet and line those up on your center line. For a scoop neck like this, I want a good 3 to 4 inches, so I'm just going to use my hand to approximate that. Now, when you're doing layering, you don't necessarily need a full press on the first layer. You just need it enough to be able to stick and get the carrier sheet to release. So I'm going to give it that 15 seconds. And I'm giving it fairly heavy pressure. Okay. So I'm going to lift that off. I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to let it cool for the 45 seconds. Can you see it now? I'm just going to peel this. That's on there good enough to release. The blue is the bottom layer. And I can do these 2 layers at the same time because they're not going to overlap. So I'm going to get this lined up pretty well. Your HTV shrinks the longer it sits under the press, so that's why you don't want to, when you're layering, give it a full press. Because it won't line up quite as well if you do. So I'm going to put this back on. My machine is back up to temp. I'm going to push my start. And I'm going to give it some pressure again. Remove this, let it cool for a second. Maybe a little longer than that. See if it's ready. Carefully. This is not fully pressed yet, so I probably could have removed a little more around this turtle's head, but it is what it is. So I am going to go ahead and put my parchment paper back on, and this time I am going to give it a little bit longer of a press with a really firm pressure, just to make sure it is really well on there. So just giving it a couple extra seconds. So let's look at it. You can kind of see the texture of the shirt through a little bit. That is what you're looking for. And you can give it a little bit of like a stretch test to make sure nothing's gonna pop up. So I feel like I want to give this one more just tiny press, just to be extra sure, because there's a lot of little pieces going on. And you can see I'm putting pretty firm pressure on this. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn it off. We are good. And there we go. A cute little raglan t-shirt. Looks pretty straight to me. I'm pretty happy with that. This is just going to end up in the camper as like a jammy shirt sitting around the fire or whatever shirt, most likely anyways. So, there you go. So, thoughts on the heat press now. I really, really like it. It seems to work really, really well. The vinyl works great. This looks beautiful. The black is a little bit glossier than the colored ones, but I pulled that other roll of black. The one that's in the package might be a little more matte. So, but beautiful. It feels really good on the shirt. So, I like the vinyl. I love the heat press. Check out the HTVRonts spring sale. Again, links are in the description down below. Thank you.